It was just a message that I kept on receiving today. You mean, and it's past couple of days actually, which is like, when am I gonna find my soulmate? You know, if you're an empath and you're healing and you're past everything I just told you right now, then that's something you're gonna find yourself with, because that's something that I questioned a year ago. But now that I'm understanding and I'm seeing, it was because I still wasn't. I was still healing. So I wanted someone, or looking for someone to help me comfort this pain. You know, in other words, I was going back into the matrix practically. So that's a question you should ask yourself: is when was the last time you've been by yourself? When was the last time you focused on you? When was the last time you took time to reflect, to do some introspection? When was the last time you did that stuff? And that's the reason why you keep on jumping into these toxic relationships and manifesting these toxic people into your life again. Because I'll tell you right now, the universe or spirit is going to continue to challenge you. And when I mean challenge you, these are like karmic. It's like they're contracts pretty much in your life. And you have the choice to cut these contracts. Remember that. So you could either join them on those toxic cycles, because there's a lesson there to be learned. So if you already graduated from that level and you already passed that level, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to see right through them. You're going to see through the illusion. You're going to see through the love bombing. Remember, love is not something that just is done quickly. And that's what the fucking covert narc does, is they love bomb you. They bum rush you. They give you what you're missing. They find out you're chink in the armor, and they exploit that. And once they hook you, once they have you done, they move on to the next. I mean, you're not going to be the only one. You being in that pedestal, because that's what they put you on, that pedestal. You ignore the red flags, because the red flags are always going to be there. The red flags are always there. But what I found, especially with someone like myself, especially the old me, we're so used to these patterns, we're so used to this shit that's always happening, that's nothing to us. Oh, that's just the way they are. They're just like that. Those are the red flags that spirit is telling you. The universe is showing you, hey, don't you remember this shit? Don't you recognize this pattern? And that's what I'm saying. Enough pain, enough hurt, you're going to recognize these patterns. As I fucking did. As I woke the fuck up. Because I could go back into the matrix. I go back into these toxic cycles again. But you know what? It's not going to line up to my values. It's not going to line up to my highest calling. It's not going to line up to who I want, who I envision in myself to be, which is my higher self, that's what I'm to become. And it's not easy. You know, it's not easy. You know, every single day I wake up and I have a routine, and if I fall away from my routine, let's believe me, I start overthinking, and that's why I say conscious breathing. Conscious breathing was a game changer for me. That helped induced meditation. Digression, okay? So going back into the subject is like, would I ever find a soulmate, right? It's like a question that I have, and the answers that I got, at least, or that I received, was, well, every relationship that we're meeting is somewhat of a soulmate. Especially our close friends and some of our family members, because we're learning lessons from each other. And if you want to think about a twin flames for me, I'm going to tell you again, I think is just, this is for me, this is coming from me, it's just full of crock. It's just, because you know what? And the reason why I say that is because, you know, my twin flame was not really a twin flame. You know, the twin flame is the covert narc, was just there to wake me up. I finished that contract and now I leave. So she could have joined, and I guess we could have grown together, but that's the route they chose, and I had to let go of that as well. So I'm not going to say it's a crock of shit, but I find that a lot of people in the spiritual community, especially when you look at these tarot readers, that's what they attach to stuff with, and that's what they give themselves false hope. You know, they're giving themselves false hope by saying this is my twin flame, or this is my karmic. No. Stop excusing yourself with this shit and focus on yourself. That's what this whole journey is about, is to focus on yourself, realize who you are, and you're going to meet people that are going to come and fill your cup just like you fill theirs. So the question, to answer that question, and where did I see this at? I think it was Jordan Peterson as well, when he mentioned about dating advice, and I can't agree more. You know, that's why I said this. It came clear, like, you know what, I should share this, because I seen that, like, you know what, this came up. Because you start seeing these synchronicities as you follow your highest calling. Because that's what I kind of fell off, was following my highest calling, because my ego started to step in, and I wasn't dying once a day with my conscious breathing. but let's stick to the subject. You're looking for someone still, and you are your number one. You are the one for yourself. You are your true love. It starts with you, and then you're gonna attract that same frequency, that same vibration toward you. You're not gonna attract this toxic shit anymore. And that's why. So right now, if you are asking the question of why am I attracting these toxic people, because you haven't done the healing yet. You haven't been by yourself yet. You haven't been able to reflect on yourself, because you're gonna see through people like that. But the way I used to be, and I'm sure people do it, it's that's how we self-regulate. That's how we just maladapt. That's how we just go back into the matrix, because we fuel ourselves with other people instead of just trying to sit by yourself and realize what's hurting, what exactly am I feeling, why am I going through this, and sit there with it. And it's okay to sit there instead of just trying to fuck it away or go get high or to go to some sort of an addiction. So that's where I'm trying to say it's focusing on you. If you're still asking the question of why am I attracting these toxic people or narcissistic people, well, it's because you have to sit by yourself. But if you're past that, and I mean by past that, because these are different levels as I'm understanding, as I've seen through my own journey. Another question that came to me, or since I'm doing all the work, where am I? Well, first of all, I'll tell you why. This is for me here, by the way. Well, you haven't put yourself out there, Johnny. Where the fuck you at, Johnny? You're just at home. You're in hermit mode. So you're not gonna find the one on hermit mode. Well, maybe if you're doing some interaction online or something, you might find someone like that or someone the same frequency. But right now, for me, I came to the conclusion that I don't need no one to help me fill that. I can provide that myself. And I think having that mindset and focusing on myself and focusing on my goals, focusing on my career, focusing on how I can give back to others, I feel and I know that I will find someone along the way. My soulmate will come. Because like I said, we have many soulmates in life. But I'll find a soulmate that I can be intimate with. Sure, that's safe. And that'd be beautiful. That'd be nice. But if I don't find it, it's okay. Because I can feel that on my own. I can feel that part of myself that I cannot do that before. I was not able to do that before. Why? Because I was just too busy running the matrix. Not understanding why, like I'm saying. And blaming the world, the why is this keep on happening to me. Instead of saying things are happening for me rather than to me. What is it trying to show me and teach me? Besides that, guys, which helped me a lot, which is coming to me right now, is just changing the way I speak to myself. Careful the way you speak to yourself. Don't, if you make a mistake and if you do date someone that's toxic or if you find yourself in the same predicament, be easy on yourself. Just learn, just like I tell my son, learn from myself, learn from your mistakes. What can I have done better? What can I have done? Where was it that I missed? Meaning like, cause we're playing Fortnite and we play Fortnite, he'll get mad, he'll rage a little bit, which is fine, he's not wrong, but he can rage all he wants. But I try to tell him to channel the energy into what is it that you learn. We didn't lose. We didn't lose because we learned something from this. We didn't get the victory, but we didn't lose because we still gained something from this. That's pretty much what I'm trying to tell him. So it's just seeing things like that, changing your perspective or the way you see things. And what story are you telling yourself? Because that plays a big role. Because if you're still playing the victim and reliving the past, reliving the narcissist, reliving those negative thoughts, or because it's happened to me before, or at least not as much because I catch it now, and I redirect myself. And I just go, it was none of my business, and it has nothing to do with me. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll still come, and I don't know if there's psychic attacks or because they just come. But the more I practice it, the easier it is, and the better it goes away. And what I mean by goes away, meaning as in it no longer bothers me. Which is for example, locations or places where I know where my ex-covert narc would date at and stuff like that. Before it would trigger me because I felt like a fool. But I forgave myself. It was not your fault. You just got played, man. You got played and you got to take the L. You mean? And I did take the L. So that's helped me at least. Where is it coming from? So like Jordan Peterson was saying, in other words, it's kind of like buying the carriage before the horses, or if you want to put it in ghetto terms, it's like buying the rims before you buy the car. So you mean you can't go looking for that perfect soulmate, for that perfect person, when you yourself are still not healed. Because I'll tell you this much, even if you find that perfect person, even if you get that person you're looking for and you're not healed, you're going to bypass them. You're going to self-sabotage because you're not even healed yourself, so you're not even going to know what's good. You're going to think the same person's going to try to sabotage you or cheat on you because you have your own unhealed wounds yourself. So focus on you. Focus on yourself. And this is going to sound, and Jordan Peterson explains it best, and I'm actually going to use that video then. Jordan Peterson explains it, because it sounds kind of codependent, but once you have strong boundaries, once you have your values, and use discernment, which is a big key, meaning, is this sound right or not? And listening to your intuition, listening to your higher self, and understanding that, no, this doesn't make sense, and that's it. Like canceling it. The reason why I say that, or the reason why I brought that up, so Jordan Peterson mentioned, be the ideal boyfriend, or be the ideal date, be the ideal girlfriend, be that person that you want to be. What can I give to that person? What can I bring to the relationship? What would my ideal girlfriend want? What would she want? Okay, someone funny, outgoing, caring, generous, loving, honest, independent, spiritual, knows what they want, and takes things slow. Like, if you ask me, that's what that's what I would think an ideal girlfriend would want in me, and I would want in them. Like I said, so.
Let me ask for some dating advice from Jordan Peterson. How do you find, on that topic, the love of your life?
That's a good question. I was asked that multiple times on my tour, 3 times in a row, in fact.
That's a popular question?
It always came up to the top. And I got asked that 3 times in a row, and I didn't have a good answer. And then I thought, why don't I have a good answer? I thought, oh, I know why. Because that's a stupid question. So why?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's putting the cart before the horse. Here's the right question. Mm-hmm. How do I make myself into the perfect date? You answer that question, and you will not have any problem answering the previous question. It's like, what do I want in a partner? If I offered everything I could to a partner, who would I be? You work on that. Ask that question. Just ask. Just ask yourself, okay, I have to be the person that women would want. Okay, what do they want? Clean. That's not a bad start. Reasonably good physical shape. So healthy, productive, generous, honest, willing to delay gratification. So you dance with a woman. It's like, what's she doing? What are you two doing? Well, it's a patterned. And so, can you dance in a playful manner? It's like, you can go through this in your imagination, and you'll know. And then you think, well, how far am I from those things? And the answer is usually, man, it's a pretty horrible abyss separating you from that ideal. But the harder you work on offering other people what they need and want, the more people will line up to play with you. And so it's the wrong question. It's like, how can I be the best partner possible? And then you think, well, if I do that, people will just take advantage of me. And that's the non-naive objection, right? Because the naive person's saying, well, I'll be good and everyone will treat me right. It's like the cynic says, no, I'll be good and someone will take me out. And then you think, well, what do you do about that objection? And the answer is, well, you factor that in. And that's why you're supposed to be, what is it? As soft as a dove and as wise as a serpent. It's like, I know you're full of snakes. I know it. Maybe I know it more than you do. But we'll play anyways. And
Take
that's a
the
good
risk anyway.
That's right. Voluntarily, right? It's like, and what's so cool about that is that even though the person you're dealing with is full of snakes, If you offer your hand in trust and it's real, you will evoke the best in them.
By going to dating sites and dating apps, well, that's what you're gonna find. And I know I've heard this before, somewhere. It's all these good females and good males, they're not going to be at a club. They're not going to be where the chaos is at. They're not going to be out there, at least the good ones. You might find yourself that quick lay or that one night stand. Actually, it's all experience, guys. And by all means, I don't frown upon that, man, because I was a part of it before, man. I was all about it. But that was just my toxic ways, my own toxic behavior that led me nowhere. It led me in a circle. Led me in a circle in the matrix, and it helped just feed. It fed my illusion, man. It's pretty much what it did. So, why haven't you found your soulmate, in other words? Well, then, the question you should ask is, when was the last time you were by yourself? When was the last time you were alone? When was the last time you reflected? When was the last time you did you? And not just that part. Like I said, right now, for me, this is for myself. That's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not where I'm aiming for. But if it happens, it happened. That's okay. You know what I mean? But that was just a message that I kept on seeing. And I'm like, you know what? Let me share this. Let me do a short video on this. And reintroduce myself again. And remind people what we're here for. So it's just for, like I said, my fellow empaths. My fellow people who are waking up, man. To understanding who the fuck you are, dude. This is a journey, man. And you're looking for questions. That's why you found my fucking video, because you're searching, you're looking, and you're trying to fucking find which route do I take. Well, guess what, man? I'll be here, dude, and we're taking this fucking route. We're taking this route, and this is where we're gonna keep on going, man. So as much as I can help you, as much as I can share, and like I said, I hope I am bringing some value to you guys or something. Please just hit like and subscribe. Like that, man. We get these algorithms going, dude. And get these videos going. So, like I said, my name is Johnny True Love. Please hit like and subscribe.